So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So there's Maz and Mark from the Old Dorks, and also Chris and Beth from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave the studio? All right, Kevin, John, Hugh, you're playing to win the Old Dorks £26,000. We don't often get the jackpot this high. Lisa, Dave and Pat, you're playing to stop them. You're playing to add to the jackpot and your incredible reputation. As usual, I'm going to ask each team 3 questions in turn. Gentlemen, they're all general knowledge and you can confer. So, Old Dorks, the question is, are your 3 brains able to defeat these 3 in a famous victory? And Kevin, John, Hugh, do you want to go first or second?
We'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck playing for £26,000 here. Which British slang word for a prison comes from the Hindi for a shed or a lockup? Is it chokey, slammer, or nick?
So what's the thoughts, boys, on those 3 alternatives?
So it's coming from an Indian slang word.
I think nick is a UK version for...
Just been pinched.
Yes, stolen.
So,
Slammer sounds like an American word to do with the door, prison door slamming.
Yes.
So I'm leaning towards chokey, which sounds kind of Indian, but any thoughts?
I think that would be my option. Yes.
Well, not 100% sure, Jeremy, but we'll go with chokey.
Chokey is quite right. Well done. A Hindi word? Eggheads. Which actor plays the role of Steve Wozniak in the Danny Boyle film Steve Jobs? Is this James Franco, Jonah Hill, or Seth Rogen?
Of the 3, Seth Rogen looks most like Steve Wozniak.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain he was in it.
I'm
just trying to narrow it down for the other 2, just in case it is Jonah Hill, but I don't think it is.
No.
And I don't think Franco was anywhere near it.
Steve Wozniak is kind of a bear of a man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with makeup they can turn anything into anything, but without makeup, Seth Rogen is the most similar in appearance.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be unlikely to cast Franco, and you might think twice about casting Jonah Hill if you couldn't get Seth Rogen.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm for that. If you can see physical evidence, and I've got an inkling on the casting.
Okay, and you're happy that Rogen's in the film?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
go do that. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
We're going to go with Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen is correct.
Well done.
Well done, Pat, especially there. Good quizzing by these Eggheads there. They're in great form at the moment, but the upside is the jackpot is high. 26,000, your second question. Which of these Caribbean states celebrated the 50th anniversary of its independence from the UK in 2016? Is this Jamaica, Barbados, or Haiti?
Okay, thoughts, chap?
Well, I'd rule out Haiti, because
Haiti wasn't a British colony, I don't think.
So it would be like 1966.
1966, independence.
Something towards Jamaica, but I don't know. You think Barbados?
I think Barbados, because they're smaller, maybe.
Your slow instinct is Barbados. I don't have a strong view on that.
Yeah, I go Barbados.
I think, in the absence of any clarity, we'll go for Barbados.
So Barbados was 1966. Absolutely right. Well done. 50th anniversary in 2016. 2 out of 2 for our challengers. They're ahead. Playing for 26,000. Here is your question, Eggheads. What English name is given to the character written beneath the letter C in French to signify that it should be pronounced softly as an S rather than as a hard K? Is this Cedilla, Circumflex, or Grave?
It's Cedilla, isn't it? We have to
where you have like garçon.
Well, I think both Circumflex and Grave are above the letter.
Well, Circumflex is one of those.
And then Grave's that way.
And we were told, he said beneath, didn't he?
Yeah, he did say beneath.
You're quite right,
he did say
but
beneath.
It's definitely a
Cedilla?
Cedilla.
Yeah, Cedilla, yeah.
We're going with Cedilla.
Cedilla is right. Oh, it's hotting up in here. Are you feeling it?
We are.
£26,000 we're playing for. You may just be one question away. Here is your third. What name is given to the microscopic openings in the epidermis of leaves or young stems? Is it phloem, xylem, or stomata?
So any thoughts, gentlemen?
Gut instinct is stomata, but I couldn't tell you why.
Xylem is the stem.
Yeah, I don't know why. When the answers first came up, I was thinking stomata as well, but I could be totally just...
That would be
we'll go with that.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think on the basis of a good instinct, more than science, we'll go for stomata, Jeremy.
Stomata is the right answer. 3 out of 3, playing really well. You may not need to do any more work today.
That'd be nice.
Let us see. And if you get this wrong, Eggheads, the jackpot is theirs, and we go all the way back down to £1,000. Eggs, what nickname was given to the World War II bomber, the Handley Page Hampton? Flying bedstead, flying suitcase, or flying bathtub?
There's where Chris come in useful.
I've heard of the flying bedstead, but I'm slightly concerned it was one of those experimental hovering gizmos. I mean, it could obviously, the name could have been used twice.
Yes.
You know, the early sort of jetpack.
Yeah. I'm not rushing in, but I'm not going to really look at the other two. I would have gone the bedstead.
It's just, I mean, the contraption was an extraordinary looking thing. It didn't look like an airplane.
No.
And that's why they called it, it looks like an old brass bed with rockets.
Yeah.
So it's not the most obvious name for a bomber. A bombers are big, heavy, lumbering things. Suitcase, because it's full of bombs, you know. They just pack it full of bombs, it takes off and drops them. Bathtub will be just its general fuselage shape. If it was a seaplane, then bathtub might make a bit more sense. I don't know. Well, we're at sea here.
Because I mean, if we're going to the other two,
we're on
a wing and a prayer.
You're struggling to find any sort of aircraft at all that was named after those things, but both of you can think of an aircraft with a bedstead attached.
A bedstead.
Yeah.
So I'm
a suitcase full of bombs, no?
It could be, but
well,
never heard of it.
logistically, if you haven't got a plane idea to attach to it, I think you're going to have to go with bedstead because you have to.
I've got it, and you know that's the best.
Well, it does exist as a phrase, whether it existed twice, the experimental gizmo and for a proper bomber.
It's entirely possible that it is a different plane, but I don't think we've got anything better to go on.
No.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
We're going for bedstead.
Yeah, bedstead. Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry, mate.
Okay, we're in serious trouble here. There was an experimental contraption, definitely called the flying bedstead, which looked nothing like an airplane at all. But nonetheless, flying bedstead is a phrase that we have heard. So we're in trouble. We're going for bedstead.
Yeah.
We're going for flying bedstead, and with great trepidation.
I'm wondering if we should take this to Chris.
We're going to have to.
Okay, Chris, you got to just don't say it too quickly here. There's a lot at stake. This is over to you. In one word, is it the flying bedstead?
No.
What is it?
It's the flying suitcase.
We say congratulations, challengers. You have won. And I know, dear Chris, that in your sleep you would have got that right.
Yeah.
It was called the suitcase, by the way, because it had very cramped crew conditions, so it was quite a bog standard reason for a nickname, you know. There we are. You knock out Chris. It doesn't seem significant at the time. Chris knows the answer, therefore the Eggheads are stopped in their tracks, and we say congratulations, challengers. You've done really well. You've won £26,000. We haven't had a jackpot that big for a long time. And you could say you are officially cleverer than the Eggheads over here. You've proved certainly that they can be beaten. Eggheads, you played well at the end there. I mean, you were really truffling. You just got to the wrong answer, and it's ended your run in the most dramatic way. Well, join us next time on Eggheads to see if a new team of challengers will be just as successful. Till then, goodbye.